Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and Meg's friend all went to a party. Kylie Jenner's party. Once they left Kylie Jenner's party, they all went to the car. Allegedly, Tory Lanez had shot Meg. Him and Meg got in an argument. Tory grabbed the gun. Meg says that Tory shot it and was like, dance bitch. Once the story hit, it was a negative press campaign about Tory Lanez. Everybody automatically took Meg's side, assumed Meg was right and that Tory was lying. Tory didn't get a chance to tell his part. He gave hints in some of his songs and samples that he had, but you really didn't get Tory's part, and everyone just labeled him as an abuser and just as a crazy person. Now that the case is coming out, we've actually begun to learn that there's a lot of different things happening inside this case. One of the inconsistencies was earlier this year, Megan Thee Stallion had an interview with Gayle King and said that her and Tory had no intimate interaction. They were just kind of close personal friends.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that you two were dating. What was the nature of
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
And then we find out in this case that it was the opposite.
The Tory Lanez trial is underway. It started with Meg Thee Stallion testifying. She testified that she knew him only for a short time leading up to this incident. They were friends. She was asked, were you intimate? She said yes. Tory drops the bombshell that he had been hooking up with Meg. Kelsey did not know this. The first time she learned this is in that car.
Tory Lanez got with Meg Thee Stallion. Kelsey was with Tory Lanez. Meg went after Kelsey. Apparently, it's kind of like a theme that she goes after guys that Kelsey was with. So, the theme of the case is that Meg has been on some shady stuff. The sequence of events sound crazy to me. They're all in the car together. He hopped out of the car and then shot her and then yelled dance, and then only one person saw it. It just sounds cartoony to me. He gets out, he shoots her, he yells dance bitch. This is Michael Jackson. Like, it's weird. I'm not saying that Meg's completely lying about it. This is what I honestly think. They're all in the car together. They're all drinking. Kelsey's mad at Meg. Meg's mad at Kelsey. Tory Lanez is in the middle of it. They're all drunk. They're probably fighting each other. Maybe while they're fighting each other, the gun goes off. And I think that they're all really too drunk to remember what happened.
I'm trying to decide how Kelsey grabbed the gun. I don't know how that occurred, but I do think that Kelsey grabs the gun and shoots at Meg. And now they're both trying to pin it on Tory.
Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, shot Megan's feet during an argument in the Hollywood Hills July 12th. He now faces 2 felony charges. If convicted, he faces up to 23 years in prison.
That would make sense, because when they initially questioned Kelsey, she was like, I saw Tory grab it, he shot it, and then she takes the stand and then she says she was completely capping about it, because now she has immunity now, so she can kind of say whatever she wants and faces no repercussions. Because I think that was I think that's why they gave it to her, is because they know that stuff wasn't adding up, and now that she's able to be truthful, they're actually going to get a full story together.
You know what happens? You know why there's blood on Kelsey? Because Kelsey and Meg were fighting. Tory's trying to break it up.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what I said.
Oh, did you say that?
Yeah, I said that they were both probably arguing. Tory was in the middle of it, and the gun probably accidentally went off.
Accidentally went off 5 times?
That's a good point.
I don't know.
I
think Kelsey was firing at Megan, and Tory like maybe tried to stop it. I don't know what he did at the point, but his DNA's not even on the gun.
That's what I was about to say too. The DNA's not even on the gun.
Both of the DNA experts said that the magazine was tested and there were 4 DNA profiles on the magazine, and you can tell that none of those are Tory's. So most likely Tory never touched this magazine. On the gun, they both said the same thing, that there's 4 profiles on the gun, but it's inconclusive. You can't tell if the DNA is Tory's or somebody else's. Now, both experts agreed that you would expect to see Tory's DNA on the gun if he had shot it 5 times. The defense experts seem to go further and say, look, if he shot that gun 5 times and then they tested it, you would conclusively see that he's on it. You don't see that here, suggesting strong DNA evidence in Tory's favor.
And they said that, well, okay, let me restate this, because then they said some of the DNA on the gun came up as non-conclusive. But Kelsey also wasn't tested for gun.
They didn't test the gun for Kelsey's DNA, right? If anything, this is helping Tory Lanez's image. In the court of public opinion, he's already been judged, but this case, I think, will clear his name in the court of public opinion and then cast doubt on definitely on Meg. Like, her credibility is now going to be taken.
Meg looks like Jussie Smollett right now.
Meg looks like...
She looks like Jussie Smollett.
She looks very...
crazy.
it's unfortunate because Meg had a really clean image.
She had a great image. I mean, but
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
okay.
she
Let me
did.
not say. Let me
No,
just
she
not
did.
say great.
Considering her
What she does.
Exactly.
What she does.
Exactly. Considering what she
'Cause I'm
does,
like,
she had a good
she put
image.
out WAP. So
Exactly.
It's not
Exactly.
clean.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I think the overall theme to this case, it really proved that people have to stop canceling people before they get all the details of a situation. There's been so many people on record who have said that Tory shot Meg point blank without the case, without the evidence, without everything showing. So this has gone to prove to people to stop prematurely canceling people. If it's shown in court that he did something, fine, absolutely fine. But just for them to kill his music, kill his hype, slander him publicly is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
I agree. I'm going to take it a step further. Avoid situations that could lead to your image being tainted.
Well, duh. I mean, that's common sense.
I mean, you can say that, but the point is, if you want to avoid being in a situation where you're judged prematurely without all the evidence coming out, just avoid certain situations, because that's the only thing you can really. That's the only thing you have control over. You don't have control over how the public's going to view you. You don't have control over how the police or how the judge is going to look at your case or what happened. You only have control over your own actions. So, Tory Lanez, hey man, stay away from situations like this. For example, I'm gonna give you an example. I heard this recently about 50 Cent. 50 Cent, whenever he's out in public or like at events or parties, he pretends to drink. He doesn't actually drink. He has a red cup in his hand and he fills it with ginger ale, and he drinks the ginger ale, not alcohol. Why is that? Because he wants to be clear-minded and clear-headed so he can control what he can control. He wants to be aware of his environment so that situations like this, if they unfold, he's sober, he can get out. What's my main point. Obviously, you're saying it's obvious, but it's not really that obvious because 50 Cent's in the industry.
But okay, let me prove my point, right? So this is what I think. Like, obviously, like, you should avoid trouble. You should do all that. And you're right, 50 Cent, he's able to do that. But 50 Cent's also at a different point in his career. I think when artists are young and they're going out there, they have to market themselves to different people. So what does that mean? That means going to parties. That means fraternizing with people. That means making introductions. When that happens, alcohol is going to be around. It's an unfortunate evil, but alcohol is going to be around. My thing is this. Listen, sometimes it just happens in life. Do I believe that you should be proactive and avoid situations? 110%. But you can't avoid everything that happens in life. And that's why I think it's important for people to look at the details of a situation and to make a good conclusion from the details that they get, and not to sit there and cast prejudgment on people. Because regardless of what you do, listen, you could be the best person on earth. You go to church on Sunday, but then you accidentally one day get in a car accident, is not even your fault. Stuff just happens in life. And like I said, this situation, it is something that could have definitely been avoided, like keeping better company around. So it could have definitely been avoided, but like I said, sometimes it just happens in life.
That's fair.
Especially being famous, being a rapper, keeping up with the image, man. There's so much stuff that you have to do and that you might not even like doing.
You said that part of his marketing. Going to that event, that was a private party. That's not marketing.
No, but that's marketing to the other people who are there. Because celebrities go to other celebrities' private parties. That's how they meet each other. You know, sometimes how people get features for free. They know the rapper, they know the artist, they're building relationships.
So when Tory Lanez is there, again, going back to my 50 Cent analogy, he doesn't have to drink. Just because you're somewhere and alcohol is there doesn't mean, I have to fall into the alcohol.
No, you're right. He does not have to drink. You're right.
What else he doesn't have to do?
He doesn't have to be in the car with Meg. Listen.
Boom. So there you go. So if he's already seeing that Meg is hostile, she's angry, she's belligerent, I'll take a different car. He has enough money to get another car. Like, take her, I'll go on my own. Small decisions like that. So listen, I agree with you that people shouldn't jump to a conclusion without knowing all the facts. But unfortunately, that's how, going back to the social media thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the society we live in now. So remove yourself from the situation. Go to the party, be with Kylie or whatever's going down, but don't go into that car. But to take it back to what you were saying before, the reason I brought the other side about him making better decisions, because I agree with you that we shouldn't convict someone in the court of public opinion and rush to make judgments. I was just trying to paint the other side of it. But ultimately, I do agree that people shouldn't have jumped and convicted him before the facts came out.
Exactly. But so far, guys, this is all we know right now. Week 1, everything concluded. We're going to hop in. We're going to shoot a part 2 and see what our thoughts are from there, guys. So this has been Bad Decisions. Been your boy Sherm.
Been your boy Jay.
And we're out. Look out for part 2.